Hi everyone. As you know, my name is Kamili Kahiriri. I'm from the Congo, and the topic that I've been touching these couple of days is talking about Congo, and it's about why Congo matters. And as I was speaking last time, we were doing a recapitulation of Congo, and I showed you like since 1885 up to the 60s, we were occupied by Europeans, colonized in another way. And the colonialists might say it was a system that was put together to train black people to become poor. And then after, in 1960s, we got our independence, and we had our first democratically elected prime minister, Patrice Emery Lumumba, who was assassinated by your international community, UN, United States, UK, the Great Britain, England, and France and Belgium. They killed him. They actually assassinated him. And then the CIA agent, they are the one who executed that mission, to assassinate him. They tried so many ways, because I was the other day watching that documentary, which you can find on YouTube, called the Lumumba Assassins. Lumumba's Assassins. You can see how these people killed him. Actually, some of them, they're still alive, the people who decapitated him, who did cut him in pieces, they're still alive, and one of them is still carrying his teeth, you understand, and no justice has been done or something like that. And then even now, and up to now, the Belgian government reckoned that they are the one who killed him, but no justice has been given up to now, you understand. So Lumumba got assassinated, and then in 1961 there was a coup where Lumumba left hand, Mr. Mobutu took power. So from 61 up to 1997, he led Congo for 32 years, where he turned everything upside down. He never restored anything. He never built anything. We were so brainwashed because all we knew was dancing for him. That's why you found that Congolese, because we know we can dance. Actually, I was touching to music, and then I was like, now on the young people in Congo, Congolese youth got no role models, you understand, because they are role models, but what type of role models? Everyone want to be a musician because all they see are those great Congolese musicians all the time. If you go to Congo and then try to zap through channels, all you can see is these musicians, is their rehearsal on TV, is their concert, and so on, you understand? So these young people, they got no role model in a sense that of someone maybe who have to inspire them to take off their destiny, you understand? That the way to try to put it. So all they look up to is this maybe Koffi Olomide, Papa Wemba, Fally Ipupa, Weranson, Jim Piana, those musicians, you understand, and do in their music what type of messages they are giving them. Their music with no meaning, whatsoever. No music that uplifts, which can uplift or give a message, a positive message. Dance it, because that's all we knew during the 32 years of Mobutu. Mobutu, actually, everywhere he was going, people were dancing. There was those groups dancing. He actually, I think the only people he was remunerating were dancers, were dancing for him, you understand? And then we kept that same culture, you understand? There was no work. We were so brainwashed. We were damaged mentally up to now. That's why we still have difficulty to take care of Congo, to act as responsible as we can to get our country out of that situation of chaos, you understand? Yeah, and then I said, you see, Congo is struggling. If you compare Congo to other countries, like let's say South Africa during apartheid, during the struggle, you see that South African musicians were really selling their situation through the music and telling the world what was going on in South Africa, you understand? And everyone knew they could actually, with their music, touch people and for their support and stuff. And we were supported, you understand? And then Mobutu was there until the people who put him on power got tired of him, because all he was doing was securing Western interest, you understand? I was reading in that research done by an American organization saying that Congo is in a long interest of the United States. So what Mobutu was actually doing, it was assisting the Western countries, especially the United States, to loot our country. Your France, your Belgium, to keep looting our country. So they killed Lumumba and then replaced him with Mobutu, because it was so easy to manipulate Mobutu or to use him. It was just a puppet, you understand? Working for Western countries. And then I said, we don't want leaders like those. And then again, when they got tired of him in 1997, they replaced him. The Western country created the movement to take out Mobutu, you understand? And then that rebel movement was called after L, or Fourth Alliance des Forces démocratiques pour la libération du Congo, led by Kabila, Mzee Laurent Désiré Kabila, a Pan-Africanist with a revolutionary heart, because he grew up in the bush. The type of guy who worked with Che Guevara, you understand? Che Guevara had a revolutionary heart, fighting imperialism. So you understand where this Kabila comes from. And he's actually a person who was working for us, you understand? He started working for the people, right? He started restoring order, discipline, change of mentality. And he's the guy who couldn't swallow his word, telling Western country that you're the one who needs us. We have minings. We have different type of metals that you need. You understand? So don't come with your plan of invest. Like, if you come to invest in our country, we are the one who are going to show you where to invest and in which sector we need you more. Not you imposing gas or imposing gas, and then we have to follow your demands, you understand? No. So he was really a guy with a strong will, you understand? He was a guy who could actually stand against the Western countries, you understand? And what they did, they killed him. America did it again as they did. CIA did it again as they did when they killed Lumumba. And then I told you, like, when Hillary went to Kinshasa in 2009, there was a student who asked a question that if I could become a president of Congo, will this Western country let me use my own idea to help my people? And then she diverted that question and brought another stupid story, you understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, these Great Lake countries of Africa, the Great Lake region of Africa, is the way it is right now. Things now are not well in Burundi. It's because people like Clinton, the husband of Hillary, who's probably gonna be the next president of the United States in 2006. She probably, you understand? She can. You understand? So what she's gonna do? She's gonna just pursue the same ideology, the same policy that her husband had toward this region of Great Lake Africa. You understand? Same way the husband was dealing with Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, the same way she's gonna do it. You understand? That's what I'm saying. So she's not a good business for us. You understand? She's not. So Mobutu got replaced, and then Clinton, as I said in the last previous video, Clinton, before he promised, before leaving the office in 2000, that before he leave office, Kabila must die, and it was accomplished. Kabila got assassinated because he was standing in their way to loot Congo, in their way to steal our minerals, to keep destroying Congo. You understand? They killed him. And then again, Kabila's son took over. Who actually, I said, and then I repeat it again, I don't think his father, this spirit of fighting Western powers, would be so proud of him, because this guy, when he came to power, he sold again our country, signing contract at a cheap price, and the contract that doesn't benefit Congolese people. You understand? And then I think we were so damaged since 18. That's what I'm going today, and that's what I'm going to touch today. I'm going to touch about the letter that King Leopold II, or the mandate that he gave missionaries who were coming to Congo. So you see, we were brainwashed since white people came in Congo, and then for the 32 years that Mobutu did, we kept losing our minds. You understand? So let me just show you. Congo is, I think we are 70% Christian. Christianity, the population is 70% Christian. You understand? That's Congo. So I'm just going to read, or maybe if it's not 70, 60%. Because there's 60% of Catholics, 60% of Catholic, the population is Catholic, 20% is Protestant, and then Kimbanguisme 10%, Islam 10%. I think it's something like 50% or something like that, and then the other 50% is the rest. You understand? So I'm just going to read this letter or mandate that he gave to understand that the devil knew that the World Bank said it, American they said it, Congo is actually a country, if everything goes well, it's going to boost, it's going to help Africa progress economically. It's going to set the country, going to set Africa free, because if Congo develop and then they are free, or they can breathe and benefit from their wealth, you understand? Africa will benefit from it. The 9 countries that are surrounding Congo, who are sharing borders with Congo, will benefit from it, and all Africa will move forward. You understand? So they know they had to destabilize, they had to walk, destroy, create chaos in Congo, brainwash its people. So you're gonna read here and understand where it started. Why we have a big mission at African to try and motivate or assist Congolese to wake up, because we all depend on Congo. You understand? We all depend on the economy of Congo. So let's read this letter from King Leopold II of Belgium to colonial missionaries in 1883. Reverends, fathers, and dear compatriots, the task that is given to fulfill is very delicate. And let me remind you that this I've read this letter in French, so I'm just gonna do it in English for my English viewers, you understand, so that you can understand. That's why I'm doing the story of Congo. I have to do it in English so that my English viewers can understand, because there are English-speaking countries in Africa. They are more awakened than French-speaking countries. I just said that, even though I'm French-speaking. I come from a French-speaking country. So you help these brothers, you understand? Help these Congolese to wake up. Help us. We need your help. So this Leopold II saying, the task that is given to fulfill is very delicate and requires much tact. You will go certainly to evangelize, but your evangelization must inspire all Belgium interests. So they are not going there to make her, to meet Jesus, to finally found Jesus and be set free, but it must inspire all Belgium interests. Your principal objective in our mission in the Congo is never to teach the niggers to know God. This they know already. You understand? They know already God. They didn't come to teach us about God, because they reckon that we know God. They speak and submit to a Mungu, one Nzambi, one Nzakomba, and what else I didn't know, or I don't know. They know that to kill, to sleep with someone's wife, totally, and to insult is bad. Have courage to admit it, he's telling them. So these people, they know the difference between good and bad. So what are you going to teach them? They know. We have to admit it. That's Leopold II thing. You are not going to teach them what they know already. Your essential role is to facilitate the task of administrators and industrial, which means you will go to interpret the gospel in a way. It will be the best to protect your interest in that part of the world. For these things, you have to keep watch on disinteresting our savage, they're calling us savage, from the richness that is plenty in their underground. They knew already Congo is so rich. The underground of Congo is so rich. To avoid that, they get interested in it and make you murderers. Competition and dream one day to overthrow you. Your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to find text ordering and encouraging your followers to love poverty. You understand? To love poverty. That's why I'm saying colonialism came. It's a system that came to teach us, and the type of Christianity that they brought out was the type of Christianity that trained us to stay poor. And that's what's happening in the African community all over the world. If it's in America, all over Africa, a majority are Christian, but we're so poor. I don't know what's going on. If we have to wake up, you understand? Because the way they thought that they didn't teach her to have a spirit of entrepreneurs. You understand? They didn't. If you read the book, all the letters of Paul, he was there encouraging people to work and become successful in their work. You understand? But our churches, what are they teaching us? They're just good to tithes, to offer. Yes, it's not bad to tithe and to offer, but you have tithes is when you gain something from the work that you're doing. You understand? So your knowledge of the gospel will allow you to find text ordering and encouraging your followers to love poverty, like happier are the poor because they will inherit the heaven. And it's very difficult for the rich to enter the kingdom of God. You have to detach from them and make them disrespect everything which gives courage to affront us. I make reference to their mystic system and their war fetish, warfare protection, which they pretend not to want to abandon. And you must do everything in your power to make it disappear. You understand? Your action will be directed essentially to the younger ones. That's why I say the younger one, the Africa youth, you are the future. You are the one who are going to change Africa. And if you are not teaching our youth to take charge, you understand? If you are not inciting in them a sense and the spirit of responsibility, will stay in poorness. That's why I say in Congo, they are encouraging this music that doesn't teach anything, because what they want is just to keep these young people in distraction. You understand? That's why you find role model that African we have basketball players, maybe soccer players, people, athletes, you understand, and musician. They don't show us more of doctors, scientists, lawyers, the economists and the entrepreneurs that we can look up to. All they show us on TV, these people keeping us in distraction and slippery. So you see what they started attacking. Since then, they are attacking the youth because they know this is the source that will assist. Or if you destroy the youth, if you destroy young people, you destroy the future of a nation. Your action will be directed essentially to the younger ones, for they won't revolt when the recommendation of the priest is contradictory to their parents' teachings. You understand? The children have to learn to obey what the missionary recommends. Who is the father of their soul? Shit. You must singularly insist on their total submission and obedience. Avoid developing the spirit in the schools. Teach children to read and not to reason. So we just, even education, they just came with such a system that it only helps us to read, but not to question everything we are reading or we are learning. That's why I say, even in video that I was doing in French and Swahili, I always ask people, every information I do, don't just believe my information. Go and verify. Go do research so that you can. So I'm just a motivator, you understand? I'm a motivational speaker. I motivate you to go do research for yourself so that it can assist you and help you or set you free. You understand? So you understand that they have to teach children to read and not to reason. There, dear patriots, are some of the principles that you must apply. You will find many other books which will be given to you at the end of this conference. Evangelize the niggers so that they stay forever in submission to the white colonialists, so they never revolt against the restraint they are undergoing. Recite every day, happy as those who are weeping because the kingdom of God is for them. That sucks. convert all the blacks by using the whip, even by hitting at, giving a hiding. You understand? Keep their women in 9 months of submission to work freely for us. Force them to pay you in sign of recognition goats, chicken, or eggs every time you visit their village, and make sure that niggers never become rich. Sing every day that it's impossible for the rich to enter heaven. Make them pay tax each week at Sunday Mass. Whew. This was the offering we gave in church every time, the tithing. It was a type of tax. Use the money supposed for the poor to build flourishing business centers, institute a confessional system which allows you to be good detective, denouncing any black that has a different consciousness contrary to that of the decision maker. Teach the Negroes to forget their heroes and to adore only ours. Never present a chair to a black that comes to visit you. Don't give him more than one cigarette. Never invite him for dinner, even if he gives you a chicken every time you arrive in his house. The above speech that I just read, which shows the real intention of Christian missionary journey in Africa, was exposed to the world by Mr. Mukwani Bukoko, born in the Congo in 1915, and who is in 1935, while working in the Congo, bought a second-hand Bible from a Belgian priest who forgot the speech in the Bible. You understand? So we have a serious problem. You see, Africa is suffering. As someone I respect so much, as someone I follow so much, Dr. Omar and Dr. Ben, who just passed away. Dr. Ben, he was saying, like, when these people, European, came to Africa, they didn't win us or invite Africa by war. You understand? All they used was a spiritual warfare. They used Christianity to destroy us. They never came with, they never evangelized or bring us, they didn't bring us Christianity with a pure heart. You understand? Their mission was just to keep us in poverty, to incite in us a spirit of responsibility and of hate, and not to give value to our wealth. That's it. Because now when you see we're running, I'm in Europe also, running, trying to find a peaceful land, you understand, where I can pursue my career, maybe find good education, you understand? Because the country is the continent, the motherland is in chaos, you understand? The future is no guarantee, because this is what the enemy of Africa keeps doing, you understand? But if we can start now taking responsibility, loving, cherishing our land, you understand? We work so hard, whatever we're learning from this side, we're going to go implement it there. But shocking is, I was watching another video yesterday. It's a true story of a brother who was in the UK and then he went back home to invest. They destroyed his business. He took loans in some English banks, you understand, to go and invest back home. That money, until now, no return. And the banks, his life was effed up, you understand. His wife left him because of what? With all his heart, he wanted to go and invest. Creating a company, stuff, a big one, because you understand. So it was a hell of a story. When I was watching that story yesterday, I cried, because we found out that we come here maybe to learn how we can help Africa or our brothers, but when you get there, you find out because we are so divided, and the people who are there in power, they don't let you even work. They don't connect you, because for you to get a job, you need connections. It has to be your brother who's working there, and everyone he employs must be his brother, you understand? Or people from the same tribe as him, or the same ethnicity as him. Because ethnicity, tribes, and they are the creation of Western power to divide Africa, because all they know is divide them, create chaos among them, so that we can manipulate, we can abuse, we can steal from them, you understand? So we have to wake up, and especially we have to concentrate. We have to focus on our youth, on our young people, waking them up, teaching them how to be responsible, because they are the future of Africa. They are the people who are going to stop poverty. They are going to fight poverty, implement work, leaders who are going to lead Africa tomorrow, and the leaders who are not sell out, you understand? Sell out. We don't want that no more. This, when they come, they want us to elect them, they come with nice speech, you understand? But what they are doing, they are not doing for our interests. They are working for this Western imperialist interests, you understand? They work for Western countries, not for the African population, you understand? You have to wake up. You see, this is the enemy of Africa himself. Leopold II, he killed 15 million Congolese. He was chopping, and you know, where during the boom, rubber boom, how many people were chopping? He was chopping. I remember